Earthlings. I'm Jean. This is my Englishman, Nick. And this is Alt World After Dark.
What do you mean after dark? What's going on here? This isn't Monday. It's still Sunday, right?
Yes, it's still Sunday. And actually, this will be dropping on Fridays or Saturdays, not Sunday nights.
Are we live?
Yes, we're live.
Oh, right. Okay, yeah, I know what this is now, yeah. Hey, everybody. This is Jean's After Dark show. I'm going to bed. So I've got work in the morning. So you reprobates enjoy the show here. Jean's got a lot of interesting news coming up for you guys. Just finish my tea. I'm going to stand here for a second to finish my tea.
Yeah, he's got to go to bed. But don't worry.
I think you're in good hands. She's even going to speak this time.
Don't worry, he's going to be back.
I'll be back tomorrow, Monday, 8 p.m. Eastern. So, for the Nick and Jean show, got lots of cool stuff to talk to you about. Even some more Loki spoilers. So, make sure you're basically hanging in for that one. Enjoy the show now. I'm going to go to bed because it's 9 o'clock at night. And
it's past his bedtime.
I got to get up early tomorrow morning and stuff. So, wow. Cool.
Yeah, we've got lots and lots to...
You have got a lot of things to talk about here. Anyway, I can do the quick URL one now before I go if you like.
Yeah, knock yourself out.
Okay, hey everybody, welcome to the World After Dark show. Your host here is the lovely Jean. If you want to watch us live, you can watch us live now on our YouTube channel at altworldtube.com or basically on our Facebook page at facebook.com/altworld studios. It's ALTWORLD studios. Also, you can find us on Twitch there if you basically go to Twitch and do some Twitchy stuff in the search bar and just basically look for Alt World Studios there. Anyhow, in case you're basically trying to basically look at this thing after the fact, again, the videos will be up on YouTube, probably on the Facebook page, and the MP4 recording will actually be up onto our podcast channel, which you can basically find at any podcast channel that you listen to. What's your favorite?
Yeah.
Just search for the Nick and Jean Show or Alt World After Dark in your premises. This should be posted probably later tonight when I'm fast asleep snowing my head off. So
yeah, we thought it would be fun to have a little show on Friday or Saturday that is just me being pretty much me and my ADHD, because you know how I like to jump around with things. So there's a lot of things, nerdy things that I want to talk about that we don't get to on the podcast or that he's not really into. So this gives me a chance for my ADHD just to run wild. And
you guys are really lucky. I mean, I'm wearing pants, so I normally I'm not wearing pants around this time. So.
Yeah, you're all lucky. He's still got pants.
still got pants on, you know. So anyhow, if you all enjoy the show, I'm going to be going now. This is me saying goodnight. Enjoy Alt World After Dark in the capable hands of Jean.
Thank you.
She's got lots of fun stuff to tell you. I hope she doesn't need to use too much fun stuff because we've got to do tomorrow, which is going to be full of more fun stuff.
Yes.
And these horns.
Yeah, I know. They're dangerous. Watch out for them.
You
I'm wearing my Loki variant.
She's wearing the Loki. She's a Loki variant.
I'm being a Loki variant tonight.
There we go. Anyhow, that's enough for me. So I'm going to leave you on the capable hands. I'm going to finish my... This is what awesome.
Thank you, sir.
Awesome. Looks like because this one I'm a big sweaty mess.
Yeah, it's hot here on the East Coast, and wherever you are. I know on the West Coast the temperatures have been hitting like in the hundreds, and in Vegas and Arizona, and so everybody's hot. So, and now the Englishman is going to go to bed.
I got this really cool Lego set from Lego.
Yes, we did get some new Lego in today.
I got some new Lego, and Jean's going to show you more about it, but I got this really cool Lego set from Lego. Look, it's a gigantic sneaker, or as we call it in my homeland, a trainer. You see, get close to the camera to see what it is.
There you go.
There you go. This is a total exclusive from basically the Lego.com website. You've got to get it if you spend stupid amounts of money. Actually, I didn't spend stupid amounts of money. I just spent enough money to basically get hold of this.
This is what happens when your kids grow up. Then you can spend stupid amounts of money on them.
Yeah, on stuff that you bought when you were a kid.
Yeah.
Anyhow, you all have a good night now. Enjoy the After Dark show. Bye.
And I'm going to go tuck the Englishman in. So quickly, here's a word from our sponsors. Hey, and I'm back. And the Englishman is off today. But as we said, don't worry, he'll be back tomorrow for the Nick and Jean show, so don't worry. Don't fret, he'll be back. And as he said, we got some new Lego, which I'm going to show here shortly. But I wanted to talk some studio business really quick to let you guys know that we are currently planning to go to Jersey in the next 2 weeks. Kevin Smith is there filming Clerks, and so we want to go down there. I'm a huge fan of Kevin Smith, and so we're planning to go down there and hopefully go to Smod Castle, the Stash, the Quick Stop. Hopefully do a podcast from there. It's going to be a lot of fun and going to be a lot of posts and a lot of videos, so you definitely want to stick around for that. So make sure that you go follow us on all the social media so you don't miss out. And now let's look at that Lego I promised. Dun, 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 dun. Well, as you saw, we got this set. There we go. Without the glitter. Really cute. And it comes with a minifigure, of course. How many pieces? Oh, it's 92 pieces. Very cute. And also got for Legoville. And if you follow the Legoville channel, you can see the growth. It's now being rebuilt. This is its second iteration. So this will be going somewhere in Legoville. So you're going to want to go follow that so you can see where that goes. And I got a surprise. Hubby got me that one. The Harry Potter Phoenix. And I have the owl, so I'm really excited to build this and put this on this shelf next to the owl. This is going to be real, and it moves. The owl was really fun to build, so I can't wait to build this. It's going to be really fun to build. And I think I might record it. And this also came with the package. It is an adult's Lego catalog for adults like me and hubby. And I think it looks like, yeah, these are a lot of the adult sets that they have that are in here, which are really cool. Ooh, look at the Daily Bugle. Oof. That is so pretty. Oh, I bet we definitely got to get that. And then they have the Friends set. And of course, you can't forget the cars. Oh, both of those are sweet. What else do we have? Ah, there we go. A Porsche 911. So pretty. Ah, there you go. And there is the Adidas shoe. And lastly, we got what? Oh, that map looks really cool. And I believe, oh, it's all dots too. Oh, how many pieces is it? 11,695 pieces for $249.99. And it's all dots. Oh, I'll be in heaven. I love the dots. It's the OCD in me. So that was the Lego we got. And Lord knows there's more on its way and more still to be built. Now, let's jump over. I don't know if anybody had a chance this weekend, but San Diego had its at-home Comic-Con this weekend. My poor YouTube subscription page has just been nothing but Comic-Con at home panels for the past several days, and I have not had a chance to watch any of them. But I have quite a few of them saved to watch for later. But I know there was news, I think there was some news about The Walking Dead, which we're going to talk about tomorrow on the podcast. Several Walking Dead shows. There was also news about Blade Runner, I think animation. Also talk about tomorrow on tomorrow's news. But I wanted to know if anybody else had a chance to check out the Comic-Con at home or checked out any of the panels. Let me know in the chat or the comments because I will be interested to know how the panels were. I haven't watched any of them yet. And what else happened this week? Oh, 2 weeks away from the Suicide Squad dropping in the theater and on HBO. Curious to know if you're going to go see it in the theater or if you're going to watch it on HBO Max. We're probably going to watch it. I don't see us going to the theater to watch it, so we'll be watching it here on HBO Max. But the newest trailer looks really good, and I'm really excited to see it. And I saw an interview today with David Desmalchin. He plays Polka Dot Man, or Abner. And funny enough, he's had a lot of DC roles. He's also played one of the henchmen in the Batman movie. He also played the Calendar Man, I believe. It was on Flash, the CW show. And I think, or no, sorry. Back it up. He played Calendar Man on Gotham. And on Flash, he played, I can't remember who he played. Kadabra? I think that's who it was. So he's played like 3 or 4 DC roles now, and I'm really excited to see him as Polka Dot Man. Who are you excited to see? I'm also excited to see about King Shark. He looks hilarious. He looks like he's going to be the new Groot. I also got, I don't know if anybody saw the clip for Suicide Squad with Nathan Fillion's the detachable kid detaches his arms and starts just smacking the guys with the guns on the head, and it's just really hilarious. If you haven't seen the clip, go jump on YouTube and type it in, look it up, watch it. Really funny. The other DC movie that we haven't watched but we need to watch is The Long Halloween. And they actually released it in 2 parts, which was interesting. And I'm excited to watch that. We haven't watched that yet, so that's on the to-do list. And I'm finally caught up on Legends of Tomorrow. This week, unfortunately, was a repeat. Next week, I believe, is a new episode. But the convention did release a new trailer for, I guess, the other half of Legends of Tomorrow Season 6. And it looks like we're going to get another alien abduction to a bowling alley, an interrupted wedding, a off the rails drunk with dark magic Constantine, which I'm really excited to check out and see, because I love Constantine and I love the guy Matt Ryan who plays Constantine. I think he does an excellent job. I'm so glad that they brought him back for Legends of Tomorrow. So I'm really curious to see where they're going to go with his character now. How dark they're gonna get. So we shall see. And of course, we need to talk about American Horror Stories on Hulu. Because, what would be an After Dark show if we didn't talk about horror? If you like American Horror Story, then you probably already watched them. But if you haven't and you like horror, go watch them. They're really good. The American Horror Stories on Hulu are kind of roughly connected to they are in the American Horror Story universe. And the first 2 episodes take place in the murder house with a new family. 2 dads and their daughter move in. Because we know how well it went for the last couple that was there, or couples. And then the third episode that I just watched was I thought was a really interesting idea of at a drive-in movie and what would happen. We've always heard about subliminal messages in movies and how that it can affect the mind and different sounds can affect the mind. And this episode just takes it one step further with that and puts all those triggers into like this movie that sends everybody into this horrific rage. So I thought that was a really interesting idea, and I was kind of disappointed that there wasn't a second part to it. But the next episode, I think, is supposed to be about some influencers that get what's coming. I think it's called the Naughty List. Is the name of the 4th episode. So far, I'm not disappointed. It's exactly what I expected from American Horror Story. Though I was a little disappointed that the first 2 episodes were back in the murder house and kind of like stuff we'd already seen, even if it wasn't, even if we didn't see any of the older ghosts that were in the house. But otherwise, I enjoyed it. And I also got a chance to check out Sci-Fi's Surreal Estate, which I thought was another really interesting idea about a real estate agency that deals with haunted houses and gets them sold, helps the family, gets the whatever's going on in the house, takes care of it. But it's an interesting concept. I thought I wasn't sure when I started watching it, but I've watched the first two episodes, and so far I've enjoyed it. It's interested me enough that I want to watch some more and find out more about the main character's backstory and what happened to him and got him into all this. So I recommend checking it out. I also got a chance to watch Blood Red Sky on Amazon Prime, and that actually has Rory from Legends of Tomorrow in it. And it's a vampire story. It's just a new take on the vampire story. Lady's bitten and she's trying to get to New York to get this cure from a special doctor, and shit goes crazy on the plane. And shit goes real crazy on the plane. Very bloody. So if you like blood, there's lots of it. Another one I had, and it's not an old movie; it's a new movie. It came out, it's 2021, so it came out this year. But definitely recommend checking that out. And I did finally finish Fear Street, the third part. I finally finished it, and I hope that there's more story, because the end, there's like an after credit scene, and if you've watched the show, spoilers, um, the end credit, somebody grabs the book. We don't know who grabs the book, which leaves it open, which the writer has said that this was the creator said that was purposeful to leave it, excuse me, for a possible opening to more story, which I hope there is. And I thought the twist was really interesting. I wasn't expecting the twist that we got. So, I enjoy anything that can shock me or scare me or surprise me, because, like most people, when you've seen enough movies, you kind of start to pick up the tropes and the same kind of things that all like horror movies are all, rom coms, the same pattern that they all stick to. So I really like when I can watch something and I cannot predict what's going to happen and I have no clue what's going to, happen next. So that I really, really enjoyed about Fear Street. And I liked that they dropped them in three parts. I liked that they dropped it, one part each week. I liked, that space in between, like wondering what's going to happen next. The gore and the interesting way that people died in it was entertaining. Because when you watch enough horror movies, I mean, how many ways can somebody die? So it's always interesting to see the new ways that they find to kill people. But I definitely, if you haven't watched it, it's a good horror flick. Um, Kind of like a mix of Stranger Things and American Horror Story, Stephen King all mixed into one. Um, it's good and very nostalgic, and the music in it, especially the first two episodes, um, are from the 90s and the late 70s, which I grew up and were born in, so that really appealed to me. So definitely go check that out if you haven't on Netflix. I think these streaming services really need to start, give me a sponsorship. All these shows I'm telling people to go watch for them. And speaking of Stranger Things, I recently saw today an interview with David Harper and about season 4, and he's hinting that there's a big secret that we're going to find out this season, and said something about it, something to do with the boxes that we saw in the garage or the attic. I believe one of them was labeled Vietnam, so maybe we're gonna get to see what happened to him in Vietnam. Maybe I feel like this is gonna have to be. This is gonna be. We're gonna find out more about what happened to his daughter, and I've also seen some speculation online that possibly, maybe, you know, the lab had something to do with the people that created 11. Maybe they had something to do with Hopper's daughter getting sick. Maybe they covered it up. Um, I'm for that theory. I'd like to see that. That would definitely be a big driving, even bigger driving force for Hopper if they had anything to do with his daughter and her getting sick and her dying. So I'll be really interested to see what that big secret is. But if you have a theory, what you think the big secret is, drop it in the comments, or you can hop on Twitter or Instagram, any of those, and hit me up at @Nargo_Jean and let me know what you think. What else did we have today? Oh, of course, we have to talk about this because I just heard it today. No, yesterday. Um, Kingpin, Mr. Vincent D'Onofrio, is going to be coming to Hawkeye. And Matt Murdock is going to be coming to She-Hulk and Spider-Man No Way Home. Now, I don't know if... I think Matt Murdock is going to come on She-Hulk as Matt Murdock, not as Daredevil. I don't know about Spider-Man. It may be both. But it sounds like Kingpin is going to be in Hawkeye and is going to have something to do with Echo. So I'm excited that Vincent D'Onofrio is going to be in the MCU universe and that he's going to be Kingpin because he's just amazing. Just brings the comic literally to life. Like just his attitude, the way he walks, the way he talks, his mannerisms, his violence. It's he just embodies Kingpin. And the actor that plays Matt Murdock, what is his name? It's Charlie Cox, right?
I'm not really here.
He's not really here. He's in bed. It's Charlie Cox. But Charlie Cox is Matt Murdock. I'm. I know I ruined the whole mystique. Matt Murdock Charlie Cox as Matt Murdock is another very good choice. And I'm glad that they are bringing him back and that they didn't recast him because I think he's another one. He embodies that role and just plays it so well. He's just so good. So I'm excited. But I'd be curious to know if you guys are excited or if there was somebody else you wanted to play Kingpin or Matt Murdock. And Do you think that we'll see Daredevil in Spider-Man or She-Hulk or Hawkeye? But maybe that's how we get Matt Murdock. We get Kingpin in Hawkeye, and then that leads to Matt Murdock in She-Hulk and Spider-Man: No Way Home. Just a thought. And speaking of Marvel stuff, I am going to be getting some packages in the next 1 to 2 weeks, and I will be unboxing them on After Dark. So you're going to want to stick around and hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell and hit the like because you don't want to miss it. Because I'm going to unbox them and we're going to have some other unboxings over the next couple months. And what else do we have for Marvel? Well, we know Loki has ended now. And before I jump into speaking of Loki, if you have noticed this cute little button I'm wearing, I'll put it up to the, see if I can get it without the light hitting it. There we go. It says, "Hey y'all." Isn't that just adorable? Welcome to the TVA. Finally, an accent that I can do. But this cute little button, this is something else that we're going to be doing on Alt World After Dark. We thought it'd be nice to spotlight, some of our indie creators that they don't always get a lot of attention. And also on the channel, we are going to be doing some indie spotlight interviews that will be posted to the channel in the coming weeks as well. But this spotlight is for convention creators. And I got this button at StellarCon, sorry. I don't know why I keep wanting to call it StellarCon. StellarCon that we went to last week. And they were in the table next to us. And it's Carol's Crocheted and Crafty Creations. And this is her card. Let's see if I can put it up there. Ooh. Is it gonna focus? Is it gonna focus? Let's see if we can get it to focus. Focus. I don't think it's gonna focus. I tried. Let's see, she does have a website. Facebook.com/Carol's Powerhouse. And she does pillows, blankets, clothing. She had some cute earrings. All of it's handmade. She had, of course, the Loki buttons. And she did say that she was getting some TVA and variant buttons in as well. So if you're looking for some Loki merch, head on over to her Facebook page and grab you some cute little Miss Minutes and TVA buttons. And she's also got keychains as well. All nerdy stuff. And I'm sure that she takes requests. So again, her name is Carol. And it's Carol's Crocheted and Crafty Creations. And go check her out. She's got plushies too, crocheted plushies that are really, really cute. Now, back to Loki. Now the Loki's ended. We got the the multiverse is now kind of broken and wide open. Um, and now we're going to be going into the What If series. And I'm curious to know. Sorry, guys, I'm trying to scroll through my notes. Okay. Now, Disney Plus also is releasing after the episodes each with WandaVision and then Falcon and Winter Soldier, and now with Loki, they are releasing like I think it's about like an hour long, kind of behind the scenes interviews with the cast and like clips of them filming and concept art and things like that, which gave us a lot more clues. And we did find out that the rock that He Who Remains is got his little castle on is actually built from that rock. So that's why all the you see all the gold streaks, the same gold streaks that you see in the asteroid, I guess that it's on. Um, and I was watching another YouTube channel, and they counted all the possible multiverses that we saw throughout the Loki series, and I think they came up with somewhere around like 11,000, somewhere around there, or around 11,000 plus uh, new universes now, and new timelines, which is interesting. Which means now we can get possibly, maybe we can get our X-Men at some point. Maybe the Fox's X-Men. Who knows? I can hope. But also the director said that He Who Remains he's not a Mortis. He is a Kang variant, but he's not a Mortis. So we haven't seen a Mortis yet. So wondering if we're going to see a Mortis, and because we already know that Majors is going to be in Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantum Realm. So maybe we get a Mortis in that. Or maybe we get a Mortis and Kang. That would be interesting to see. What else did we have? And I wonder if when Sylvie killed He Who Remains, he implied that she had done this before. So does that mean that we're in the MCU's been in a time loop, and this has just been repeating over and over and over again, so that He Who Remains can keep one of the worst Kang variants from taking over, which when whatever TVA that Loki stumbles back into is now governed by Kang. And that's also leads to another question. What TVA did it go to? Is it the same TVA? And now just changed because of what Sylvie did, and now, the timelines are broke. So is that what happened? Gonna have to wait and see. Which is curious now to see because Loki season 2 should come out probably around the same time next year, I would think. That's my guess. And there's a lot of movies between now and then, and a lot of Disney shows between now and then. So I'm curious to see what's going to happen between now and then to what's going to happen on the show. Um, I found it interesting. If you look on the table, the animation that He Who Remains, and he's telling the story, the little canisters in the animation, they're all glowing that same yellowish color of likeness minutes and the TVA and the time doors. So, did he come up with the technology or did he steal the technology? We still don't know what's up with Ms. Minutes. Whoever she is, she's definitely faithful to He Who Remains and will lie, is capable of lying and covering things up and will do whatever, he tells her to. So I'm curious to find out who she is. Who do you think she is? I'd love to hear your theories. And obviously, Ravonna Renslayer is off to find free will. So she's going looking for Kang. And I'm betting she's probably going to find him. And we also know now that she was a teacher, which we had speculated because of the pens. So now we know that she's a teacher or a variant of somebody who was a teacher. But is this now where did she know Kang before or He Who Remained before? Is it somebody he took a liking to and then took them and mind wiped them and gave them a new story and kept them around under where they could keep a watchful eye on them? I'm very curious to see more of Ravona's backstory and how she got there and where she's going and what the plan is with her. It's definitely going to be interesting. And if you've read the comics, you know where she's could be headed. So that's going to be fun to see if that's indeed where they're going with it. And we also now whether this is how Marvel planned it, possibly, but if you line up the Loki and WandaVision finales, if you I can't talk today, finale scenes, if you link them up, sync them up, when Kang is saying cross the threshold, that's when Wanda kind of the runes come up and snap. And when you sync them up, when he lifts the figure and drops it on the desk, it lines up with Agatha dropping, like you pick up a doll and drop it on the ground. Whether that is on purpose, I don't know. Some are speculating. But I sure as hell like the theory that he's been controlling everything, and he controlled that. And when he said, cross the threshold, that was it. Wanda being a Nexus being and being across all timelines, it would make sense that she would be the one to, you know, break that and cross that threshold. So we shall see. Let's see, what else do we have, guys? Which, oh, you're right. And then Loki takes us into What If. My theory is, I think there's 6 episodes of What If, 6 to 10, 6 or 10 episodes of What If. I think they're setting up a multiverse Avengers, and I don't think this is going to be the only season. I think maybe not necessarily named What If, but I think maybe they may take this and turn a multiverse Avengers into another show, and it's just going to be another timeline. I'd be interested to see if with Into the Spider Verse coming out later and No Way Home, how that ties into all that. Oh, I'm sitting here trying to move my mouse and I'm not even on the pad. That's how you know it's late. Let's see, what else do we have, Gibbs? Oh, I nearly forgot. The Titans trailer, season 3 trailer. Uh, Unlike I was flabbergasted. I had to watch it twice because I couldn't believe that they actually decided to kill him. They killed Todd. And I don't know if it was Joker that killed him, but when he goes in the trailer, they show him going to a derelict carnival, and there's a guy tied up with a big old smiley face, which obviously is from the Joker's laughing gas. And then we see him getting beat to death. So I'm really shocked that they put that in the trailer. So I'm really excited to see what they're going to do with this season. It's going to be interesting. And that premieres on August 12th. So I'll be talking about it on here and on the podcast. And we also got a new trailer for Dune, which there's mixed opinions about the new Dune movie. I watched the trailer. I'm excited to see it. I think it looks good. But it comes out August 22nd. But, I like everything. So you'll have to go by the Englishman's opinion of that when it comes out more than mine, because he's a little bit more finicky than me. I also caught there's a show coming to Stars August 15th called Heels. It's a wrestling show. It's got Stephen Amell in it, and Stephen Amell's been into wrestling for a long time. So it's no surprise that he would be on a series about wrestling. But it looks kind of interesting. It looks like it's going to be following like how many people? I think just 2. And like their journey of like wanting to become a wrestler and how that happens and their struggles and getting famous. And so it looks interesting. We also got a sort of trailer for Lucifer season 6, which is coming September 6th to Netflix. It was more like scenes from the past seasons, which I guess makes sense because this is going to be. I think they have one more season after this. Or no, this is the final season. So kind of makes sense. We're going to look back a little bit, and now that Lucifer's God should be really interesting. What else do we have? Can't talk about that tonight. Got to save that for the podcast tomorrow. Oh, Pixar's Turning Red. That was the other trailer I meant to mention. If you haven't seen the trailer, go on YouTube and watch it. It's called Turning Red. It's Pixar, and it's so freaking cute. Little girl in school, and her mom's outside and trying to spy on her, and the little girl gets so flustered, and then she just explodes in this pink puff of smoke is everywhere, and then or red smoke, I think, and then there's this big red panda in the middle of the classroom, and she jumps out the windows, running down the streets. Mom's yelling behind her. So it looks really cute, and obviously about kids dealing with puberty, but it is a kids cartoon, so it still looks cute though. I'm definitely gonna watch it. But I think that might be all. Oh, that was the last thing I had. Apparently, there's going to be no season 2 of Lovecraft Country, which I'm really, really sad and bummed about. But apparently, whatever story that they wanted to do, it just wasn't something wasn't working or wasn't turning out the way they wanted. So rather than just put out any crap, they just decided, no, we'll just leave it as it is, and that's it, which is fine. I would much rather not get a second season than get a thrown together second season that totally veers away from everything from the first season. So we'll just have to be happy with the one season of Lovecraft Country that we got. But we still get to see Jonathan Myers. He's going to be all over the MCU, like literally all over the MCU, in his various Kang iterations. So, and I can't remember her name, but she is also in the Loki series and plays B-59. I just can't remember the actress's name at this moment. So we'll still get to see him, just not on Lovecraft Country. And it looks like it's about that time, nerdlings. Time to hit the bed. And get some sleeps because tomorrow's Monday and everybody's got to go back to work. But I promise in future episodes, we're going to try to have this on Friday or Saturday nights, depending on how our schedules are. Because I know Friday or Saturday night's a lot better than a Sunday night because I know you guys get ready for bed, you want to go to sleep. Nobody wants to, jump around and on a podcast. So next week, Friday or Saturday. But until then, like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. You can follow us at Alt Studios. You can follow me at Nurgle_Jean on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, everywhere. And please let us know how we're doing. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let us know all your nerdy theories. Any particular thing you want to talk about on the podcasts. Um, and what you would like to see on After Dark or the Nick and Jean Show. Or what kind of segments you would like to see. Let us know. And tomorrow you can catch the Nick and Jean Show live at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. We will be here with bells on. And we will see you then. And this has been an All World Studios production. And we will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.